Hello YouTube and welcome to another KEK video. Today I'm bringing you update number 3 of my classic WoW journey, and I'm still trying to keep up with this a little bit, right? I pretty much only update you when something's coming up, or if I had a big milestone. I kind of did, and I did have a little bit more time lately, so I wanted to make a quick video for what's been going on. So, first of all, I'm still Feral Druid on Herod and the guild TL. And it's just been great raiding with TL. I can go more into them later, but whatever, right? So first, actually, I'm going to go into the honor system. I did not participate in any of the honor system. I'm a grunt. Now, all I did was get to rank 4 and get my trinkets and also just get exalted with Alteric Valley so I can get all the rep rewards there and the mount. So there's that. Also got my epic mount now, so that's great to always have for anything. And there's that. Now we'll just go quickly into my tanking gear because this is what people probably care about the most. So I have Mask of the Unforgiven, and I also have on standby Bone Ring Helm. Also, I don't put any of the big enchants on these because they take a buff slot. Not just because of that, it's because I'm broke poor. I can't really afford these 250 gold sort of enchants to these items. And then next, we actually have an Ixia Tooth Pendant. I also now have a Master Dragon Slayer Medallion. So I have both the heads turned in and both the great item necks that I need for that. And then next I have Fire Girl Shoulders, which is the good taking shoulders. I'm still looking for the Chromag shoulders, but these are great shoulders for now. Stone Skin Groggo Cape. Now, this is a great taking cloak. It's pre-bis, but the cloaks from Molten Core, I either lose the roll or they just never drop. I always soft reserve Dragon Blood Cape, but now I like to hope to get the Chromagus Cloak because that's actually better for Feral Druids for having 2% dodge. So look out for that, right? Malfearin's Blessed Bulwark, so this is really awesome. I did replace my previous epic chest that costed a lot of gold, but this has twice as much armor and has some great stats. It's also good for Feral, but it's not best for Feral DPS. And then Black Mist Arm Guards, the best braces you can get. I know they're pre-bis, but they're also just bis because they have the 1% hit and other stats. Slack-Eyed Gauntlets of the Monkey. Now I have kind of a bunch of sets going on here. I have to work with my hit chance because, well, I have too much hits sometimes and sometimes I don't. So I'm really looking into that, right? So Slack-Eyed Gauntlets of the Monkey. And then I also have a Molten Belt. So this was made by the guild, and it's actually, they gave me the materials and I had someone else make it, which is great. And then Blade Master Leggings. I also have the leggings from BRD that are really, really good, but I usually end up using more Devil Sword set, so hands and legs, to tank. And it's very good. It has a great hit chance, but I recently did just get Boots the Shadow Flame, so now I have a lot more hit chance, and now I have a lot more to work with as far as what gear I want to do. So Boots and legs, Devil Sword didn't really have much as far as protection. It just had straight up damage and threat and on hit, and I don't really need that as a Feral Druid anymore. I have an insane amount of threat, so I need a little bit more survivability. So I'm really working with that right now and see what I could do. Next, I have this Ring of Reckoning. It's a lot of stamina, a lot of agility, comes off Neff. Very happy to have that as a Feral Druid tank. And then Band of Vicuria, I had that last time. Very appreciative. It's super, super good for both DPS and tank. So there we go with that. And then, of course, I have Smoking Heart of the Mountain, which you get through enchanting. I did drop enchanting recently, but I have that. And then Mark of Tyranny. You get that from the quest. And now you can choose between this and the crit. I really wish I had the crit trinket, but this is the best in slots. It's BIS for tanking. And really, I don't regret it. 2% crit is great and all, but like Mark of Tyranny, that's so much armor and a dodge chance on a Feral tank is super amazing. And I don't really have any alternatives, to be honest. And then I also have a Warden Staff. I put 15 agility on it now, so that's great. But usually when I'm tanking, I'm running with a Manual Crowd Pummeler. I don't enchant those, of course, but I usually have plenty of those ready to go. And then, of course, best in slot, Egan's Blaster. Baby, let's go. All right. Also, this gear just looks amazing. Just want to say that the gloves don't really fit very much, but if you look at all this ambiance, it's just these shoulders just like bring everything together, right? And then I'll actually want to go into stats a little bit. So I do have 9% hit with this set, and I can play around with it with what gear I have, and that's really amazing because if I put on more tanking stuff, I can switch out certain pieces. I can basically play with all of my gear now, which is amazing, right? Usually in raids, if I'm fully world buff, no flask, I'm about 10,000 hit points. But, you know, without that, it's like, without a few of them, it could go down to like 9,000, 8,000, right? It's a lot of that going on. And then next, we're going to go into cat gear. So first, we'll go into Wolf's Head Helm. Remember, I do not use the enchants because I take a buff slot, but also because I'm poor, right? And then next we have a Nixia Tooth Pendant. Actually super good item here. I'm not sure if Prester's is better. It's about the same. I think I might prefer Nixia Tooth Pendant more because it has the stamina and also has the crit guarantee, where Agility does have the crit but just doesn't have the stamina. So, and plus I have to like make a soft reserve for that because people do soft reserve it. But I'm still looking maybe get that. True Strike Shoulders, 2% hit, 24 attack power. This is a big shout out right here. We have Kartos. He's a multi-boxer. He said, "Oh, I'll help you get those, dude." And he ran me through once and it dropped the first time. It was great. Thank you very much, Kartos. I did finally get my True Strike Shoulders, which now I am Biscat. Next, Cape of the Black Baron, best in slot. I had this before. I run a lot of undead, so it's very easy to get this. Now the cloak from BWL Trash, that never drops. Hopefully I see it, but it's really contested for warriors. Warriors might just get that. And then next is Cadaverous Armor, +3 to stats. I don't want to put +4 to this. Malfearn's Blessed Bulwark is also very good, but this has a little bit more attack power and has the agility added to that. So I'm going to stick with that for now. And then Wrist Guards of Stability, lost strength, big strength going on, strength enchant, Bis for DPS. Devil Sword set, because you want a lot of hit, and it actually has good damage. There's really no alternatives from Devil Sword set for Feral Druid, unfortunately. You could go Aged Core Leather Gloves, but they are very hard to get because they're just tank prio, and it's just better for tanks and rogues. And I don't think I can ever convince anyone to ever let me have those, but I actually think these are just great right now. I also use Molten Belts. I do have a Cloud Runner Girdle, which is a little bit more damage, but this has stamp, fire resistance, a little more agility, so it gives me more crit, which I actually might prefer over that. Boots of the Shadow Flame, you know, great for DPS, great for tanking. What's else to say? It feels good, right? It feels good. Band of Acuria, again. And then Don Julio's Band, which you get from AV. So this is, of course, just you always slap this on. It has really good stats, etc. Now, I don't have Hodge. I've heard mixed things. I've heard Hodge is super, super good for Cat. I've heard it's not that great for Cat. So I don't really want to commit to farming Hodge until I kind of have a better grasp. I feel like I'm doing fine without it. But I'm using Counterattack's Lodestone, which gives 22 attack power. 2 more attack power than Hodge. So good, right? And then Rune of the Guard Captain, which gives 20 attack power and 1% chance to hit. Now, with all these stats being said and done, I would like, you know, a DFT for tanking and DPS, because I can move a lot more gear around and possibly get like a different ring at a BWL for more damage. But we have to deal with these sorts of things, right? I'm also considering the Maelstrom deck, or whatever the deck is that does instant damage. I heard that's pretty decent, but I want to ask, please let me know in the comments if you know more about this sort of trinkets game and feral druids, because I am very much curious, because I am not as educated as most people. So then we also use Manual Crab Pummelers all day, every day. I make sure I had plenty stowed away all the time. It's great. And then just to go over all the stats, I do run at a 9% hit. I have a lot of breathable room here with future gear if I would like to. Now, I'm not sure what that would be, but it would be great to move a couple things around. Maybe put a different sort of setup here with a ring that has less hit. etc. If I was to get maybe a certain trinket. But really, I'm really happy with the amount of damage I'm doing right now in raids, and it feels really, really fun right now to play as a feral DPS. Now, I'm not really going to go into all my consumables I use. I just try to get them all, but I use lots of major mana potions and of course a lot of demonic runes. I end up having just sitting in my bag just for cat DPS. And then I'm starting to use Juju powers. I didn't use them before because I was uneducated and I did not know and how to do it, and apparently it was a lot easier than I knew, but now I know, so that's great, right? And then the last set I wanted to go over is actually my fire resistance set. So I just want to walk right through it. No big deal here. I just use this for tanking if I have to. So of course, Molten Helm from the guild, Nixia Tooth Pendant, Fireguard Shoulders, a Nixia Scale Cloak. It's just super good. I'm gonna need it all the time for those. I do have some things so I can have some good stats with Mothfarian's Blessed Bulwark, Black Mist Arm Guards, Cenarian Gloves, Molten Belt. Wow, double benefit, right? It also has fire resistance. And then I'll tell leggings of the fire resistance. I think there might be better leggings, but these are a lot of fire resistance on legs that you just get doing solo, by the way, in Sunken Temple. Coal Miner Boots you get from Grim Guzzler. I don't put a speed boost enchant. Maybe I should, but I only use these for some fights anyway, so yeah, it might help me out move a little faster in Firemaw, right? And then I use, of course, Ocean's Breeze, so I get 15 fire resistance. I could grab another ring, which gives me like 18, 25 resistance. That's just a green, but that's whatever. Band of Vacuria for a little bit more good stats and hit chance. And then Smoking Heart of the Mountain, which gives armor and also some fire resistance, right? And then, of course, Blazing Emblem. Everyone needs this because it increases your resistance by a lot when you use it. But it's mostly just there for as a stat stick on your trinket slot, 15 fire resistance. And then, you know, of course, throw it on a Warden staff. But most of the time, you're going to be using Manual Crab Pummeler. Also, just to go through the professions I've been working on, I did drop Enchanting, and now I do have Engineering up to 215. I don't know if I'll get it up anymore. I just wanted to get Goblin Sapper Chargers so I can be useful in some raids, and I don't get thrown off a cliff for those. Alright, everybody. I just wanted to thank you very much for watching this video. Please, 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 just make your own like this. I really like watching things like this so you can see where your character is at. And it kind of gives a lot of people a different perspective of what someone else's character looks like, right? And I feel like there's not a lot of feral druids out there. So, especially if you're a feral druid, please show me what's going on, because I love to see like your opinion on sort of things like this. And thanks a lot again for watching, and have a great day.